Hello friends, welcome to the channel. If today is your first time visiting with us, I want to extend you a very warm welcome and invite you to view any of our over 360 videos, as we are very confident you're going to find something enjoyable and useful for your consumption. If you have been here before and you have not subscribed, do subscribe. It's really important to us, and also hit the little icon, the bell icon, so you will be notified every time we upload content, which is midweek and every weekend. If today is your birthday, we want to wish you a very happy birthday. Today we're going to show you how to build a very versatile, fairly simple, extremely inexpensive and very useful item that will enhance the decor of your house. So stick around and see how we're going to achieve it. So as we always do, we went to our scrap bin and we collected the items we need for this build, and you see them all strewn here. You like that word, strewn?
Yep.
Strewn here. And because of the smallness of these items, I don't want to take out the big saw, and I have a very little table saw. I don't know how to call that.
It's a very little table saw.
And we're going to use it for our build today. Definitely you can hand cut these pieces. There are not many cuts you're going to have to do. You can definitely hand cut it, or you can use a big table saw, or if you have one of those little ones, that works fine as well. So we measure the length of this board, and it is a little over 3 feet or 36 inches. And apparently I cannot hold it, but anyway, it is our guy. I cannot do it. And we made the mark at 18 1/4, and we're going to make our first cut now. Okay, I do want this to be straight, so how I'm going to do that. Yeah. So we're using one of our squares to make sure that we're going to make a correct cut, and we're going to now cut the board. Okay, so we've marked where we want our joint to be with our third piece, and we have made 2 marks, one on each piece, and then we use a scrap piece of wood and made a straight line, because this is where we need to draw a hole through the middle support piece, right? Mm-hmm. So the next step, now that we have everything marked, is to make the holes we need on the 2 outer pieces. So we're going to do that. We're going to show you how to do one of them, and we're going to, actually I guess we need to show them how we decide on the angle, don't we? Is that where we headed?
No.
Bigger? You need that there. We have to do the same on the, I mean, it's not important that it's perfect, it's important that both are the same when we're done. So we're going to use this tool to help us.
What's that called, honey?
I don't know what it's called.
Angle thingy?
Definitely it's not called angle thingy. But I think we have it, we need to be that way. So here we have locked our angle, and we are going to use a drill bit to go down and make the angle in both pieces. So we've put our angle tool there, and now we're making our angle, our angle hole, right? Angle hole.
Angle hole. Yep.
Yeah, that's so elegant, amazingly elegant. But anyway, so the other one is exactly the same but opposite, right? Mirror image. So we're going to do that, and we're going to get back to you. And this is probably the hardest part of this build, right? Everything else is very straightforward. So we used one of the side legs to mark the length of our back leg, and now we're simply going to cut the back leg. Okay. And here we have a line, and we need to find the middle of this. Does it have to be, is it critical, you think that's the middle?
Yeah, pretty much middle as possible. And it needs to go all the way through, right?
Yes, this one, and we need to use the bigger. We have the middle leg, and we're going to approximately, it doesn't have to be perfect, we're going to approximately go to the middle, and with this we have to go through. All right. Cool. You see, you said go through, but I think we need to use the bigger. You cannot push it through.
I thought that was the bigger one. You said you were using
The dowel here. Okay. Let's see. Do you want to just... Let's try. Now you need to cut the last piece above your opening that your dowel goes through. Make sure you do not cut this opening, but fairly close to it.
maybe a little further back.
What do you mean?
Maybe leave just a little bit more than that.
No, I think I'm good. Just giving it character. All right.
Dry fit.
So where is this? Is the biggest angle, right? When the biggest angle goes there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. Again, we use the same technique for the easel shelf. That's what I'm calling it.
Easel shelf. but mighty.
I think we're like at the limits of the little saw.
Yep.
So we made 2 marks 3 inches above the bottom of the easel, and we're going to attach. Isn't easel self a good description?
Mm-hmm. It is.
So we're going to attach it from the rear with brad. So
From the rear. Okay.
from the rear, yes.
Okay.
So let's get the brad nail and the brad nailer, and we'll be back. Okay, so now we have it rested on our self and the offcut of the self, so we know that it is flat and level in all surfaces. We have counted that the distance right and left is the same, and now we are going to hit it with the brad nails. You want to do that, please? To attach the self. Do not attach the middle part, that's the leg. I think you're too much high, aren't you? Okay. Okay. Yep. Are you happy where it is? Okay, hit another one. A little lower. Okay, and another one here. Okay. So now we need a couple of small details. Do you want to lift it and see how it looks? And you see almost the finished product. We just need a couple of more details, and we're going to use either a small chain or a piece of rope to limit the travel of this, right? Okay, and then find some way to keep that in the middle because that moves. So we're going to do that, and we're going to be right back. So to keep the middle leg from moving and keep it centered, I did take a piece of scrap wood and I made a hole the correct dimension that it can go through. And I'm going to dissect this hole now in our little magic saw. You like the magic saw?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll use my hand so to do it. Well, I wasn't doing a very good job. I wanted to go in the middle, but as you can see, we're not going through the middle here. So I'm going to attempt this again. It doesn't mean I will be more successful this time. And this time I'm going to try the Japanese hand saw because it is a better saw for this job, I think. Okay, now we have to find the pieces from the floor. Okay, there should be another one more. So I'm going to use my round rasp to clean it a little bit. As you can see, we have that piece here. And I might use the chisel to drop it in, to cut it in half. And the idea is that we're going to put it here and we'll cut it in half so we have two pieces, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that will keep it, wherever we decide to put it, it will keep this from moving.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The hard part will be now to cut this in half. All right. Let's see what other MacGyverism we can do. So we've secured the piece there, as you can see, and now we're going to cut it in half. And sometimes nothing can beat hand tools, right?
Right.
All right. Do we need to make this even smaller? No. So the idea again, we're going to find the middle and we're going to attach, maybe with glue, those two there, right? And that will prevent this from moving.
Okay.
And probably we want to do it this way so the... I don't know. Do I need to make them smaller, you think? Okay, so we have put the two stops right and left of our leg, and that will prevent the leg from moving. It will keep it centered there, right? And we simply put some glue in the groove and elevate it with a piece of wood underneath so it will carry the weight. And we're going to wait for the glue to dry, which is a very exciting thing to do. What are you doing?
I was gonna just move this little piece a little bit because it's holding it up.
Well, friends, we have a very slight change of plans. We could not find any rope the right size around the shop, so we're going to go with option 2, and that is hanging wire. It serves the same purpose. It's a little stronger than it needs to be, but that is not a big deal, right? We need to be around 3 inches up because that is our... Again, this is not a critical thing. By any means. Okay, let's make sure we don't put pressure on it. Try to be in the middle of the piece. Okay? And then we're going to thread this through. It kinked here. So.
It's kinky.
Kinky wire. All right. We're going to tie a knot there, and then we're going to cut it and connect it to the shelf. You need something to pull it with? At that you can put a little bit of hot glue and that will keep it. Let's cut that so it doesn't.
Yeah, we need to cut it.
Closer to the knot. Yeah. You need to be there. Yeah, more towards the end, not towards the middle. There you go. All right, and now we're going to cut it to the length we want. You want to lift it so we can decide?
What do you think?
I don't know. I think we should lift it to make sure. Okay. How far you want it out?
I don't think farther than that. What do you think?
Okay, that's fine. Then cut it there.
Well, I'm going to cut it and make a little knot so that we can...
Well, we don't need the knot on this connection.
How are we going to... secure it.
With a little nail or something like that.
A staple.
Well, a
So I was
staple will
thinking
go
a
through
knot.
it. All right.
What I was thinking. I'm gonna cut it long just so we have time, you know, we have space to make a knot.
Another knot. Okay, got it again. It would probably be a very similar process if we were to use rope, right?
Yeah.
And frankly, we would have preferred to use rope, but we just cannot find any. So we're going to find our staple gun and put a staple there, and we'll be right with you. All right, so we're ready for, I think, the final step, right? Mm-hmm. We've turned the easel upside down, and we have our staple gun here. And I missed. That was a horrible miss. Like a full miss, not even a little miss. All right, let's.
Is it in the middle? Okay.
So here, folks, in the Urban Homesteading channel, we keep it real. When we make mistakes, we keep them in, right?
Yep.
Well, we definitely did it this time.
We did. We could take the extras off.
Well, let's.
We got one good one, and we'll have to hammer it in.
Yeah, we need to hammer it in. Or as we take the other off, it will probably go in. I haven't used this thing for some time, and I didn't expect it to do so much repeat. I don't know why it repeated.
Okay, I'll get a hammer.
And the technology we use here for this project is amazing. Right? Mm-hmm. That doesn't even need the knot.
Okie dokie. Well, it's good that it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere.
Okay.
So, now I think we are done. You could finish it if you wanted with some color or something, right? Okay, let it go. But I don't think it's necessary. We do not plan to finish it, do we?
No, probably not.
And here is your completed easel. So I say that.
Nice. Yep. And let's try to put something on top of it. Why don't we?
Of course, the basic construction will allow you to scale this project up or down, right? Mm-hmm. I think it's a fun project. What do you think?
Yep. That's cute.
And it ended up working very nicely. We did not make any plans for it. We just know what an easel looks like. We did take some basic measurements for scale. Mm-hmm. But the angle was not important. In other words, we didn't go in for a specific angle. We just set it to see what looks good to us. And then I think this tool is critical. Do you agree?
Yeah, it made a good angle for us to just keep it even on both sides.
And other than that, I guess you can hope you're going to hit the angles correctly. I mean, because they really need to be opposite to keep the thing straight, right? So this is our final product. I'm very pleased with it. What do you think?
Yeah, it's cool.
I hope you enjoyed this little episode of the Urban Homesteading channel. And if you did, please smash that like button. If you didn't, smash the like button, the dislike button twice. Share, like, subscribe, and comment. We do appreciate your support, and it is really important. What? From the Garage Wizard, Mrs. Wizard, and the Urban Homesteading channel, we hope you had a good time, and we're going to see you on Wednesday with a fun video and on next weekend with another build. We bid you a great week.